We're live.
We're live. Welcome to the Manic Money Finance channel. I'm Crypto Corey.
I'm Money Mike.
Money Mike. Yeah, he's Money Mike. You already know.
Rocking my.
So how was everybody's weekend going? Yeah, we missed yesterday. It's all right because I was skydiving. I was jumping out of airplanes. I was a little busy. So yeah, unfortunately we're on a Saturday. But what do I tell you about Saturdays? You shouldn't be trading anyways, right? That's why we're traders. We don't want to be working on the weekend, right? Professionals don't work on the weekend. So what are you doing trying to trade on Saturday?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been doing some trading this weekend, but whatever. just buying up some stuff. You know,
if you have a strategy that works, I mean, you can make it work for you, but you know, you got to be quick. And it's not going to move much.
No,
just volume.
Averaging down on a semi-long-term hold, so that's all. Not really trading.
I haven't touched a live Bitcoin trade since last Wednesday. Nice. Full disclosure there. So I'm keeping my gains, right?
Yeah. Yeah, why don't we bring up that chart?
Keeping them. Yeah. Open up the chart, huh? You want to do it? We want to look at it? Want to look at what happened yesterday? And the reason why how many times we keep getting on the stream saying, why are you trading on Saturday? Obviously nothing's going to happen on a Saturday. And if something does happen on a Saturday, well, guess what? You got punked. And then they made you believe, oh, it's actually going to do something on the weekends.
Man, all the moving averages are crossing below the 200 now, huh?
Well, not all of them, right?
200 yellow,
daily.
Right?
We're still above that daily 200. And then really the first sign of the bear market will be the price losing the 200. That's why we were a little sketched out back here. So, right? Pullback would be healthy right now. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this is the thing. And this is a 100% honest YouTube crypto channel. You're not going to find many of these, right? If you found this channel, you're lucky, right? Because you found a hidden gem right here. We're going to tell you how it is. The fact that everybody on Twitter and everybody in the YouTube space right now is so bearish and they want this pullback tells me what? If I go along with everybody else, what happens? I mean, how many times has it happened to you? How many times is like, oh yeah, Michael Saylor bought this amount of Bitcoin, like talking about like a whale, like as if it actually matters. Think about this. Michael Saylor buys Bitcoin. I fell for that that nonsense last cycle, right? I'm not gonna fall for it again, right? And once you start recognizing a pattern here, you start understanding how this thing works. Thing's here to rob you. And if you haven't figured that out yet, well, keep coming. That's why we're here. We're going to show you how it works, right? And, I mean, that's what we're doing. We're making money. And how do we make money? Well, off of people losing money, unfortunately. Well, they signed the same agreement that I did.
Warren Buffett used to say that the stock market was a way to transfer money from impatient people to patient people.
Exactly. And the more patience you have, the better. This is all the more reason why I haven't touched Bitcoin trade since the holidays. Why? Because it's the holidays. Everybody's hanging out with their families. Like professionals, they don't work on the holidays. I consider myself a professional. I hope you consider yourself a professional as well. And a professional doesn't mean how much money you have in your account or anything like that. A professional has discipline. Doesn't matter how much money you are, right? That you have right now. Don't even worry about that. And the sooner you start realizing that, you start sticking to a model and a plan, and you don't care about the money, and you're completely dedicated to the process, that's when it starts working.
I say that
Right.
a professional is basically if you can make enough money to live doing that and that alone, that would make you a professional. That's my personal definition. Just saying.
Yeah, if you can pay your bills with, using the market, that's pretty professional, right? You don't have to make millions, right? And that's where people, they get stuck thinking they have to be millionaires. I mean,
Well,
really, I got into this just because I wanted a way to pay my bills and enjoy my time. Having more money doesn't make you happy. I mean, if you haven't figured that out yet, you will, right? Isn't that right, Mike?
uh, uh, they say that there's like a certain number. Right now, it's about 100K. Like, if you're broke,
Well, yeah, I mean, if you have, it's around 100K to like pay, say, for rent, car, everything like your bills to live comfortably with all your wants, not all your wants, but your needs, your most, housing, food, everything else, you're happy for the most part, right? And to do that right now, it's like 100K, pretty
yeah. But
much. You have to
then
have 100.
after that, they say if you make more than that, it doesn't add to your happiness at all. Like,
Exactly. So after you get everything you want, you need, right? There's only so many wants that you have, right? Because say if you did become rich, there's only like what are you gonna buy? Like you just having more money doesn't make you happy, and this is what I'm trying to get at. Time, having more time. How are you gonna spend that time now that you don't have to work anymore? How are you gonna spend your time? Did you think about that? Right? And that's why people when they win the lottery, right? They don't they're not that happy, right? And sometimes it's like they'll even say it's the worst possible thing it could have happened to them in some instances. So we know that having more money doesn't make you happy, right? You know what does make you happy? Having a job you enjoy. That's something you didn't expect, right? Having some place where you can have a coworker that you're a friend with and that you enjoy doing the job and you enjoy doing it. I mean, I know this for me. When I mean, sitting around doing nothing, I'm not that happy. I need to get out and do stuff, right? I need to feel like I have a purpose, you know?
yeah, that helps a lot of people.
That's at least, I've spent even from when I moved from Connecticut out here in the middle of nowhere, right? Um, it was a big transition period because I had to find a job, and it's in the middle of nowhere. It took around 3-4 months to find a job that had my skill set that on a professional level because I was not willing to go work at a gas station. I was not willing to go work at a fast food or any restaurant. I was not willing to, pardon my French, but I was not willing to be someone else's bitch.
Was it really that
It's
long?
just not in me.
3 to 4 months?
Yeah, it was something like that, like 3
Huh.
months or so, I would think.
Yeah, that's rough.
So
That's rough.
I wasn't, but I was trading at the same time. So I tried to do the full-time trading thing. And this is basically the product of what you're seeing. I spent every single day trying to be a very serious. I did it. Wake up early because where I'm at, on the West Coast. So I have to wake up for market open, right? If I'm going to be watching at 7, I need to be up at 4. I need to be up at 5, right? And it's still like a job. I have to treat it like a job, right? It's not as like demanding, right? But you have to treat it like a job. How serious are you? And if you're on the East Coast, it's nice because you can wake up at 7, right? And then do your thing, right? Depending on what you do. I like to trade like I say, half an hour after market open. That way we know direction. Or if I see my model before that, I'm jumping in, right? And what's my model? It's run on stop losses. We're getting liquidity, you know, getting it rated, people stop losses get rated, then the price reverses. We have a market structure shift. So what is that? A market structure shift is where we have a trend that's going down, and now all of a sudden we've made a higher high, right? And where's our entry? It's the 786. We go over this all the time. That's where the price comes back and it starts to make a high, it's a higher low. So that's your market structure shift. And it's usually at the 786. So something I just gave you like gold right there. So that's how it works down to it. So we're looking for those times, and we don't trade on the weekends. As you saw on Saturday, we didn't do nothing, right? I used to try to trade on Saturdays, and it's laughable. Let's go down into it, right? Let's go down to 1 minute because you're trying to pick up on the 1 minute. What happened all Saturday? Let's put a line. Where's a vertical line here? Saturday, roughly. I don't care like who you are. This is just lack of follow through. If you tried to trade the moving average model like I teach on this channel, the crossovers, right? It just was crap. It didn't do nothing, right? If you paid yourself, right? But these moves are nothing, right? We don't want these moves, right? And typically, what is it? Like when we see the 200 get broken, you close the trade. What happens? Boom. If you didn't take your money, you get stopped out, right? Because where's everybody's stop loss? Where we talk about it, right? So if you tried, and then say now you just tried to play the model that I was talking about, right? Oh, we saw the stop losses get rated. Okay, we're gonna jump in, right? Briefly breaks above the 200, and where are those people's stop losses? I think it's so funny. Like it happens every single Saturday. Like the fact that like I didn't figure it out. It took me a while to figure it out, but yeah, they just wreck you. So they take your stop loss, and then what did it do? Runs it right up. How frustrating is that? Like you see your stop loss because you're gonna take this like, yeah, it's the flag. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, the stop losses got rated. And then what does the market do? Come take you. Show you. It says, I'm gonna show you something, kid. But yeah.
Yeah, man.
Slow. And then what is this? Now we have another flag here. I mean, you see it.
Yeah, honestly, I think the chart right now looks like garbage.
It's just chop. Like this is what we call chop.
I was telling you,
right?
If Bitcoin doesn't make a recovery in the next month, we could be, it's not tracking with the last halvening. So the last halvening we hit 70. We had a halvening back in April, May of this year. So we should be hitting 130 to 140 if we're staying in line, at least.
So this flag played out. See it? That one actually played out, right? But you would have had to gone through all this. What is this? Head and shoulders. You see it? So, boom. Now, why did that run up? Because everybody was playing the head and shoulders here. Where where's their stop loss? Boom. Right up here. All the short sellers. So it doesn't matter whether you're going long or short. You're trying to play a big model, trying to get paid. Like you weren't trying to take your money fast, right? You have gotten walked on. And this is what I'm showing you. I want to show this exact stuff to you. This is fire right here, like what I'm showing you right now.
Well, I mean,
because
there is long.
I would get destroyed every single time. I just couldn't understand why. That's why the market is going to go to your liquidity. That's what's happening.
There
It's
is
low volume.
long-term traders. I mean, those guys have basically always killed it on Bitcoin. You know, dollar cost averaging, just holding for years. I mean, those guys, you know, those guys are killing it.
And then, so long term, right?
They don't care about the
playing-
fact that it's, you know, that it dropped below 100 recently. They're just like, yeah, you know, they might have sold a little bit of their portfolio at 105 or something, but they're hodling, man.
So you're playing the 15-minute now, right?
Now it looks like
You're
a double
trying to
bottom.
play this bear flag. You're trying to play the bear flag, right? You're like, yeah, this thing's gonna break down. I'm gonna put my stop loss above this 200. What happened? See how dirty that is? Takes the
Dirty.
stop losses. If you're trying to chase this short, this is why I say wait for the stop hunt. This is exactly what we're talking about right here. This is a stop hunt. It's taking the liquidity of everybody who's chasing the shorts and it's stopping them out, then running in their direction. It does it all the time. And if you didn't catch on to this yet, and you keep trying, I tried to trade this, I didn't have any experience, and it was the most frustrating thing. I could not figure out why my stop loss always got hit, and then it would run to my target. I would be so angry about that.
Oh,
You know?
oh, you watching the live price chart right now? The live. Oh,
On what?
Asia's just cratering the price. It just dropped off a cliff, dude. Oh,
What,
never
the
mind.
S&P?
There we go. Now it updated. No, there was a glitch in the charting because I just booted
It was a
up.
glitch in the system.
I just booted up my laptop so I could check, you know, the live charts, and all it showed was a line straight down, but it was because it needed to update.
Like, it dropped right through Money Mike's computer and
Yeah.
it broke a hole through his floor. You ever seen one of those like memes?
Oh yeah,
Bro, it went straight into the crater of the earth.
yeah.
Like
Honestly,
Jerome Powell's like, good afternoon. And it's like,
yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't like. I really don't think like me and you were talking. I already predicted that I did not think that this. Oh yeah, let me actually use the right keyboard. I don't think this drop is going to continue on long term. Springtime is going to be a good time, but like right now, man, we are in the chop. I think it's the same
this is
thing with
chop.
the S&P too. I think the S&P is gonna. It's already recovering. So
This is, yeah, it's acting strange. I give you that, but we're in price discovery. This is why price discovery is so hard. It's why most people, I mean, like, it's hard for professionals to chart price discovery. Because what do you aim for? Well, I mean,
So
we've
hard.
shown you that. You aim for your deviations. That's it. That's basically all you have. And what are those? Well, you're pulling your fib from your high to your low, right? And then you can double click on your fib, right? See how I pulled from the high to low? You have your first deviation right here. To make this what? Purple? I don't know. Or you know what? Yeah, we'll make it yellow. Right? We'll make it yellow. And then we'll do our second deviation. We'll make that yellow as well. And then you can go for your third and fourth, right? And you can change this all in your settings. We'll do all yellow on these so you guys can see it. Right? So when price is in price discovery, we're looking for a deviation on the Fibonacci sequence. Typically, we went over this last time. The last bull cycle, we can look at the last bull cycle. Which price? This should be the Binance chart. I'm like, why is this? It's looking weird. So, say you were back here. Say you had bought Bitcoin back when it was $3,000. Well, congratulations. I wish I'd bought it back then. But would I have held it? I don't think so. I don't know. It's hard to say. So we'll pull from the high of that bull market. This is the daily chart, and we'll pull it to the low. Now we have our deviation, the second, the third, and the fourth. We'll drag this over to the high of the preceding bull market, right?
That's what got me into trading.
I'm gonna have to zoom back in so we can see.
Oh, you can look at options on TradingView now. Nice.
Not. I would assume, yeah. So you pull from the high of the last bull market to the low. Where did it hit? Straight to the what? Fourth deviation. See how it turned on a dime there? Isn't that interesting? It got close, right? So this is what we aim. This is where we aim for. So, using that same logic, right? Let's pull from the high of the previous bull market that we just went through in 2020 and all that nonsense, the lockdowns and everything else. From the high to low, let's extend this out so we can see it nice and clear. So, if Bitcoin does exactly what it did in the last bull market, right? It goes to the fourth deviation. You're looking at $267,000 Bitcoin. Am I saying that's what's going to happen? No, because we're seeing as time goes on, there's less and less gains for Bitcoin. Where would I be aiming? Well, the second deviation would be our first stop, right? And that would be $130,000 Bitcoin. That would be very reasonable, right? That we hit the second deviation
That was my
on
projection.
this,
Prediction.
right? So, right, and I would assume, right, if you were playing a flag here, let's look at that. It's a little cluttered with all my buys in there. I don't know how to get rid of that. I wish I could. The flag would bring you it would be slightly above that second deviation. It's like, where do you want to draw the line? Where do you want to take your money? Right? For me,
140,000.
like when we hit 100K, I took a good chunk of my money. That was just what it is, right? And from what I know, I'm prepared to make more money, whatever is coming next. And I'm gonna be really prepared for the next bear market, I tell you. And we're gonna be here to show you guys what we're doing, because there's not gonna be a lot of YouTube channels that are gonna be like talking about crypto, because the crypto bros are gonna run out of news. They're gonna have nothing to go on, right?
Yeah.
So
I actually think we're going to see at least a short-term decoupling of the S&P and Bitcoin this week, because Bitcoin's kind of going down, and I don't think the S&P is going to follow on Monday. I think all the tax loss
no,
carving
we're
things done.
first week of the month. It's first week of the year.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I'm talking about this last week of the year here. I mean, like, it's weird because it's the last week of the year, but it's also the first week of the year. with New Year's Eve being
So this is the start. Yeah. Start of 2025.
But like if you look at Bitcoin, the Bitcoin chart for the last week, it's down on the week. But if you look at the SPY chart, man, for the last week, it is slightly green. It definitely seems like it's rebounding. So, like it's partial decoupling
the fact
right
that
now.
I'm gonna be looking, and let's look at let's pull up economic data here.
Now might be a good time for you to start trading the SPY, bud, and discovering the wonder of options. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I've heard that. Options are. I'd rather trade futures. Do you have the PDT rule with options?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Oh yes.
I know you can get around the PDT rule with futures,
Yeah, I mean,
and that's why it's more attractive to.
interestingly
Uh,
enough, you can get around the PDT rule as well. You just have to have like a bunch of brokerage accounts. And I mean, if you do 3 round trip trades per week with each brokerage account, you can do a lot of round trip trades in 1 week. You know, it resets after 5 days, so 5 trading days. So obviously with futures, I don't know why they don't have it with futures, but yeah, that's a giant nothing burger, dude.
we're not going to tell you. We're not telling you to do any of that, by the way. So
Not my
this is
burger.
also not financial advice. So we would never do something like that. You would never do that, but technically you could.
Yeah, but it's like there's secondary rules to that PDT thing. Like you need to be trading like at least 60% of your active funds, but at the same token, you can't do too many round trip trades it's weird. But this economic data, dude, is a giant nothing burger. I know there's red folders. It's garbage. They're not gonna move the markets. You
Oh,
know.
they're going to take stop losses, and this is probably where I would be looking for, say, a bottom. So if I were to be looking for something like that, I would be looking on one of these days,
Thursday
right?
or Friday.
Not to say it would happen, right? But we're looking at what? The first week of the year, the first week of the month, right? So let's pull up the yearly chart, by the way. Why don't
I'll
we do
bet
that?
I'll bet Thursday there's going to be a drop because there's going to be a percentage of traders and investors that are going to be selling winning trades the first day of the year to avoid paying taxes on it as long as possible. It's probably going to be more retail, but there might be some hedgies and stuff doing that. Insiders. There might be some insiders selling shares that day, you know? So that'll be interesting. But
It's hard to say, right?
yeah.
It's purely speculative at this point.
Yeah. I'm predicting the S&P goes up tomorrow and the next day. I'm predicting my portfolio to also go up tomorrow and the next day.
And then if we have, it's hard, because we're gonna close the monthly. We still have basically have 2 more days, right? Basically an hour and 23, 1 day and 23 hours, right? This candle is gonna close, and it's gonna close bearishly, right? And I mean, we have some time here, but the fact that everybody's wanting pullback tells me that the market might do some tricky stuff here, right? And there could very well be an open high low close event, so that's going to be bearish, right? Where you open the candle and it trades up first, but then it'll trade down and then it'll close. And then you have your candle right here. All right. TradingView is doing some weird stuff right there. But yeah, that'll be your candle. Right? It'll open high, low, close. But am I saying that's what's gonna happen? No. We have to wait. We have to wait and see what the monthly open does. So is there any TradFi you want to go over the SPY? What you were going over?
Yeah, I mean, I was basically just predicting a partial decoupling from Bitcoin. I mean, it might be permanent, but I really don't think that's going to be the case because usually when the markets go up, they all go up. It's weird, but sometimes when Bitcoin goes down, the SPY doesn't. You know, I mean, you look at the charts; they look similar, but I think, like I was telling you, I think the first 2 days of this week are going to be fantastic, and then I think the last 2 days, like I might not even trade, but you know me, I'm into all this bunch of small caps right now. I'm into nothing that has anything to do with the S&P 500 because if anything, I might do a short-term options trade on the SPY to the upside. But yeah, there's no overnight trading at the moment, so it's kind of just one of those things. I'm gonna find out. Like, if you're going to the options right now on the SPY for stuff expiring on New Year's Eve, I think I would check those out. I think I would look at the calls and let's go down to the price here. Yeah, like right now, the $597 calls are trading for $211. So if that hits 600, you're looking at a 50% gain. If the SPY, flirts with the 600 before the new year, which I think is what's going to happen. It's going to flirt with the 600 before the new year again. Yeah, it just the fundamentals, everything else going on with it.
It's looking good, looking like a good chart. It technically hit the target of the flag, but I mean, the S&P just looks pretty crazy. It just goes up.
Yeah,
that monthly chart goes steadily up.
and I mean, let's face it. Last time Trump was president, that's coming January 20th. The last time he was president, man, the markets were insane. It was basically throw a dart at a board. But I think this go around, it's going to be different. It was going to be a lot easier to build a portfolio with Kamala Harris coming in as president. If she had won, it would have been way easier to build a portfolio, man. Just jump into any commodity stock, jump basically any commodity in general. Lithium was primed for a run.
Here, you got this?
Yeah. Lithium was primed for a run to the upside. Lithium was not great as far as like the price and stuff. It cratered during the Biden presidency, and that was wild to see. I'm going to bring you up a chart right now here. All right. I'm going to bring up the lithium chart here. And just kind of show you guys, like, lithium has been cratering for a while. Like, this used to be the previous low, this January 2024. It was flirting with the 100,000 CNY per ton. And this has just dropped even more. Basically, it's wild to see. We thought that, 100,000 was going to be the limit, but it is just not good. And you can see the other commodities to the right. So like certain commodities are actually doing pretty well. Steel, gold. I mean, gold has had a good run, man. Silver too. But the thing is with crude oil going down, and most likely it's going to keep going down, barring some, geopolitical deal. I mean, it's just going to make all the commodity prices go down. So, it's one of those things. You can't foresee a a World War III. Basically, you can't foresee that or bet on that. You never know. So Trump seems
interesting.
What?
How far the moving average is. That's all the thing. I mean, it's interesting how spread out they are. And like we say, I mean, it has to go from wide state to narrow state.
What are you talking about?
The S&P.
Oh, okay. I was off in the commodities. Talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know what you mean though with the S&P, man. The moving averages, it's crazy, dude. It's like
But the S&P is in an index, yeah.
it's so unsustainable. It's crazy. But I was talking about with the commodities, like how if Kamala Harris was going to come in, man, just throw a dart at the dartboard. Commodities are all going up, and I think now we're going to
You
see,
get
barring a
oil.
geopolitical crazy situation, we're going to see commodities go down. So it's like, but I was saying how you can't bet on World War III because I was saying like a geopolitical thing might cause it to go up. But I was saying how you can't bet on World War III. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's not really good for business, you know.
oh, I mean, no, war is great for business. War is great for certain parts of the economy. Certain
Well,
investors.
depending on what kind of war we are talking about, Mike,
Yeah.
right? If we were talking on like a full-scale nuclear war, the stuff Hollywood say would portray, yeah,
Yeah.
that would be horrible for the economy. So why would any of the countries want to do that? Because the world's a business. It'd be more economical for them to start a forever war in some little place in the Middle East that no one's ever heard of. You know, it's not my opinion. That's just what happened. So
Yeah.
I don't mean to offend anybody right there, but that's
Yeah.
just how it is,
I was actually
right? So if they wanted to pull, say, like a nuclear device going off in a major city, that would not be a good thing for business, right?
yeah, I mean, I basically said that like Trump's track record is to put an end to this stuff anyways. So we might see, based off of the plans and everything I've seen so far, we probably will see more peace deals like last time. I'm just going off of pattern
I
recognition.
mean, I can only pray.
Huh?
I can only pray.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, no, that'd be good for everybody,
but
man. Nobody wants to see
I,
freaking
I
neighborhoods getting bombed and stuff.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. I'm not political. We're not going to go down in the political weeds on this one.
No,
But
no.
there's a lot of speculation that's going around about the presidency, and I don't think I'm buying it this time.
I'm only
I
looking
don't
at
think
in
I'm.
this in the scope of economic financial investing, you know. So
We'll see. I mean, yeah, we'll see.
yeah,
I mean,
I do know with
the
interest rates going
housing
down,
market,
huh?
yeah, the housing market's ridiculous. The interest rates are crazy. No, this isn't sustainable, Mike. You know,
No,
like there
no.
has to be a pullback here. And
Well,
even the used car, like the used car sales are insane.
yeah.
Groceries are insane.
I think if
Record profits.
yeah, I think I think we're going to be looking at a big one in the next 5 years, but I think it's going to happen towards the end of this presidency, 2028, 2029. History repeats itself
It's
and we'll
hard
be
to
about
say
100 years out from the Great Depression, so
because I don't know. Yeah, we're not going to go down that road, but say if someone was that was the powers that really be, not talking about the president here. If the powers that, that be, the people who say the ones that were close with the Kennedys, right? They decided they wanted to pull something. It doesn't matter what's going on with any president, right? Because
yeah.
those people, whoever those people are, the guys that come in with the black suits after whoever gets in as the president, and they sit the new president down, and they put up the film of Kennedy, and they say, "Look, Mister Whoever or Mrs. I know you have your plan, and I know you have whatever you promised to the American people, but." We have certain interests, and those interests don't seem to align at this time. And you're going to follow what we say, and if you don't do what we say, well, there's going to be some consequences. We have a great way of dealing with people who don't follow our orders, right? I mean, you've seen Biden getting off the plane, like he's just looking for somebody to direct him where to go. Who do I talk to? Where am I supposed to see? Who am I supposed to see? Right? Well, there you go. There you
Yeah.
go. There's no like it can't be any more plain than that. I mean, whatever was going on with Biden, as dumb as he was, he showed us like what really is going on. He has handlers. Whoever is going on, there's people directing. There's people that are, writing the script.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it, like basically my whole presupposition to the big drop, which is coming in the next 5 years, is that baby boomers are hitting retirement age. Some of them are pulling their portfolios out, but this is like the first generation that's been hitting retirement age where they're actually leaving their money in the markets, a lot of them, and just living off dividends. But if you start to get, if you start getting dropping, if you start getting the FUD, I mean, fear, uncertainty, doubt, that I think the boomers are going to be the one that lead the exodus out of, the S&P 500, basically.
Imagine they just have this like massive red candle, like a rug pull on the S&P.
Goes to zero.
Yeah, they rug pulled. Dude, that would be insane. How
would mean
insane
that
would that be?
Google, Tesla, Microsoft, I mean, you name it, man. United Technologies, 3M, all the biggest companies in America. Just
How would that happen though? Like,
it basically
wouldn't happen,
can't.
right?
Maybe with like a
Unless
quantum
the
computer
internet
hack.
was somehow instantly cut off,
Well,
and like all the the cables there underneath this ocean, they somehow got caught. I don't think it would be rug pulled, but you probably see some massive red candle on the S&P if, say, the internet cable over there were already, I've been talking about that. I've seen something that they were always saying there was a so-called incident with the cables there. So
quantum computing, man.
wouldn't that be convenient?
Quantum computers could probably hack the New York Stock Exchange.
Could do that too,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Bloomberg terminals, etc. It could be wild.
Someone gets a hold of the wrong technology, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
bye 401k.
Well, that's the other thing with quantum computers. That's if there's somebody that really wants to take down cryptocurrency, like a government, with a lot of money, they would you really need to get a good quantum computer going, a stable quantum computer, and it could break down the cryptography of Bitcoin. It would be fast enough and powerful enough to actually hack Bitcoin. I'm not talking about like a 50% attack. I'm talking about a straight up hack the cryptography itself and just drain. I mean, it wouldn't even be like draining liquidity. They could literally just like set the token price to zero.
Oops. That's it.
Yeah, it's wild. They could just shut down the network from working. Theoretically.
It's all imaginary, man. All this is imaginary. That's why I take my profits. It's not real until you actually take your profits. It's real when you actually have that parachute above you and you're like, yeah, crypto paid for that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with like all these billionaires that a lot of people don't think about. It's like their money isn't money. Their valuations are majority stock. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, man, it's all stock. They could become, theoretically they could be, broke in a week if the stock that they are holding goes to zero.
Look how that happened back in 2008, 2009. Everybody was freaking out because why? This was a flag.
Yeah, the recession.
And stop losses got raided. Right? This was, if you had bought when the stop losses got raided, this is what we're trying to show you on this channel. Don't buy the green candles. when you see liquidity getting raided and people getting walked on, and people freaking out, that's when you go heavy in. That's when you buy. And then look at that. If you had did that on the S&P,
Oh,
oh
you got to
my
bring up that chart, bud.
goodness.
The S&P chart. The economic data has been up.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
See, if you had used that strategy back in 2008, right? Took the stop losses, and then it just ripped in everybody's faces.
Yeah, I mean, it was the end of 2008, but it was really more January 2009, February 2009 when it bottomed out at $73 a piece. Damn.
Insane.
Damn.
It's like buying, a crypto.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely insane when you bring it to these higher time frames. And look at the 200, dude. It's just a giant round bottom. Round bottoms.
Yeah, it's coming up. But look how far they are.
Oh, dude, it's insane.
It's spread out like crazy. It's like,
yeah,
and we've shown it on the smaller time frames, and we teach that price is fractal, and that means it does it on the higher time frames. The fact of the matter is, this looks like it needs to cool off eventually. It can't just keep going like this.
It's a bubble, man. There's a federal funds rate comparison chart between the federal funds rate and the S&P 500, and they show that anytime the S&P 500 rockets up above the FFR, the federal funds rate, and stays up there for a long time, it eventually comes crashing right back down. Hard.
Dude, I should just take all my 401k money out.
Yeah, I mean, that's like literally what the boomers.
Small as that money is, like nothing in there.
Yeah, that's exactly what the boomers will do, dude. They'll just, they've been in, the boomers have been in since it was $25 is probably, who knows when they stop actually contributing and buying the S&P, but their average cost is going to be maybe $100, maybe less for some. So it's like when it drops from 6 to 5, they're not going to really be concerned. But if you're getting like drops like that, all of a sudden, they just go, we should probably pull our money out. And that's what will really crater it.
Yeah, we don't want to like cause any FUD, but just from a chart standpoint alone,
yeah, I don't.
One or two things needs to happen. This needs to either go sideways and create a flag, right? And then these come up to meet that flag, right? And then we get this consolidation period, right? And all the moving averages get tight together again, right? And then we have our crossover, and then boom, right? That would be healthy.
Yeah.
Right? You like my drawings? But
yeah, I mean,
the other case would be a massive pullback on a black swan event kind of thing.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it could be in January. There is a possibility. I don't think that's going to happen. Nothing.
There's always like people predicting that the market's going to crash, but we look at it all the time. There's no way that this is going to keep trending up, because this is going to spread out even more. And that's just like, we haven't, unless this is a meme coin, right, where like they just completely inflate the price artificially, right?
I actually,
I don't see it happen.
This is kind of where the S&P should be if you look at inflation and stuff. It takes a while for it to catch up, but the amount of US dollars in circulation doubled between 2019 and now, probably even more than that. So the S&P should have went from 3,000 to 6,000 a while ago. So this is really just the S&P catching up to inflation, if you think about it. Double the amount of dollars.
Oh yeah,
double the price. Basic.
I could still see it like going. I mean, it's making a parabola. I mean, it can go freaking parabolic. You know what I'm saying? Like, this thing rockets up to like $1,800 and then it crashes down
Oh,
super
yeah.
fast.
Definitely.
That would be insane, right? Like
Yeah. I think we're
it
looking
has like
at
blow off top.
I think we're going to 6,500 in the spring, and Bitcoin's going to 130, and then we're gonna have a cool off through the summer. I think that's exactly what's gonna happen, based off of patterns and predictions. You know, not financial advice.
6,500
6,500
on the
in the
S&P.
spring, and Bitcoin to 130, 140 ish. It might only hit 125 Bitcoin, but it's got another pump in it. Boom.
Wouldn't that be insane? It
Yeah.
just goes rockets up and then boom, it crashes and it's like a rug pull, just like Safe Moon. It.
Yeah, I mean, there's been
Oh yeah, we don't
Hawk Tua.
talk about Safe Moon in this space too much.
Hawk Tua, bro. That
Or yeah, the Hawk Tua coin.
dude, cheese and
That's
she could be in
another.
a lot of trouble for that, dude. Like,
Imagine if you shorted that.
yeah, I mean, I don't even think you could short it back then when it actually did. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
who knows?
MEXC, if they had listed it, you could have gotten a perpetuals future contract.
Maybe.
Yeah, but it's like it's kind of hard to short cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, because so new. But imagine if they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, dude, she had no clue what she was doing. She hired people just like Logan Paul with CryptoZoo, and
We need to figure out who these people. I mean, come on, like CoffeeZilla is like kind of dug into the weeds on that, but we like why. The thing is, why aren't they doing anything about it? That's the question.
yeah,
That's the question. Because they don't care.
I know, 'cause Logan Paul's thing was real bad, man. That was, I mean, Hawk Tua, you kind of deserve it.
Floyd Mayweather,
Yeah,
another one.
I mean,
A
Hawk.
lot of celebrities.
If you put your money in Hawk Tua coin, you put your life savings in Hawk Tua coin, thinking it was gonna go, you were gonna be, retiring on that, then you deserve what happened to you.
Yeah, well, we're not gonna say anything negative about anybody, but Hawk Tua coin, like it told you what it was gonna do. It Hawk Tua. Like and the Hawk Tua does it all the time in crypto, right? This is crypto. You might as well expect it.
That's
right. So if you had been watching the chart, say you were in the Hawk Tua coin, but I don't know, was there enough liquidity? Would they would they lock the, you know what I'm saying? Would they make it so you had to go on to a certain exchange to be able to swap the coin, right?
They pulled the liquidity.
Make it more difficult, but if you were watching the moving averages, right, you would have seen that the 1 minute lost 200 probably really quickly, and then you would have said, "Oh my God, this is different. I better get on out of here. Look for another, look for another coin. Spit on that thing."
Yep. Yeah, it's wild, man. It's
So right now, I don't really see, I don't really want to go too heavy in the, well, there are some alts I'm going in, right? This is a good DCA opportunity, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
There's, yeah, definitely we can get a bigger pullback. That's the thing. Let's look at the total three. That's the top 3 market cap,
Excluding Bitcoin.
right?
Right?
Yeah.
Excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum?
No. I have to look. It's and Ethereum right here.
It's excluding it.
So there's top 3. So go look at that. The changes. I mean, this is like a compression candle looking kind of. So and we still have another day and 23 hours until this closes. So we're waiting to see what this thing does. Very well could just decide to continue to keep going, because what do we get after compression? Expansion. So, and we had that massive candle, which was absolutely beautiful. I don't know, Mike. It's hard to say. It's hard to say when we're in price disco. But,
Yeah.
where would we aim for the deviations? And the second deviation would put us at $130,000 Bitcoin,
Yeah.
right? And then the first target was 114. So we're pretty much there.
It's true. Yeah. I mean, I think it's almost easier with the stocks, but at the same token, you know me, I got back into crypto recently because usually after Bitcoin does its thing, you can get a full year where you get meme coin madness, man. I mean, it happened a full year after the last Bitcoin bull run. At least 3 to 6 months, people are pulling their money out of Bitcoin. They're trying to find something else to get into.
I mean, we had that with WIF this cycle. We had it with Pepe. We had it with there's a few others there I'm just not thinking of. But yeah, we had our memes already, right? They
Yeah,
already ripped.
yeah, but what'll happen is
And
if Bitcoin now that Bitcoin's gone up over 100 again, if it were to keep dropping now, I think you would start to see a bunch of like random brand new little altcoins going nuts. Right now, I went and looked at StockTwits this weekend. Every time I went to StockTwits this weekend, there was random altcoins running hard when Bitcoin was dropping, which is interesting. I mean, that's
I had this inverted head and shoulders that just kind of broke out here while we were on stream.
yeah, it looked like it
Didn't
was
catch it.
it was definitely stepping up into the Asian markets, the Asian trading session. It's Monday
Oh yeah,
morning
there
for
she
those
goes.
guys. Yeah, there's
There
like
she goes.
double step up over the 94,000 range. Could be could be finding support here for the end of the month, but could be a fake out. Nice head fake.
We're not gonna jump into anything, but this is my favorite time to trade. But like I said, we're going into the first week of the month, and we have unemployment claims. I'm still looking for some shenanigans to happen, right?
Well,
We want to
unemployment
see
drops
some.
every Thursday. Every Thursday.
Right here. Be looking at your chart. It's the first week of the month. It's not just unemployment claims. We're combining multiple things, right? And typically the first week, depending on what we're playing as the model, if we want the first week to trade up, well, I mean, there is that. We can make another bearish candle. We'll have the open high, low close. But really what we're looking for, whether it's trading up or down, we're looking for a raid on stop losses.
That's what this looks like right now.
Very well could be.
Yeah.
But, people are playing this bear flag. I could actually see this reversing still, because we're still making higher lows on the 1 hour here. So a strong response. So I'd be watching this, right? Come back up, take these stop losses. That's a very big possibility, right? And then the next stop would be here. And how many times does that happen where it just rips in everybody's faces?
It's already back under 93.9. It's dropping hard now.
So I'd be watching this. We're not going to be fooled by shorter time frames, but like I said, it's the first week of the month. We're not going to be really trading too heavy. We're trying to figure out a direction, right? That's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah. This one's going to be a tough call, man.
Everybody's expecting it to go down. That's why, for me, I'm gonna bet on it to go up. I mean, it sounds absurd, but that's just how it is, right? Because how many times has the market walked on you? And I could be, wrong, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't think you can. I don't think you should knock the shorter time frames. Sometimes, man. For a lot of like traders, the shorter time frames are all they trade in, and they make like day traders.
And if you know how to use it,
Yeah.
yeah. But if you don't know how to read the larger time frames and you're just on the shorter time frames, you're gonna get wrecked. You know,
Yeah, because like,
that's all I'm trying to tell you. You
oh
need
yeah.
to figure out trend first before you start doing price analysis on the 1 minute, right?
Well, there's day traders and stuff. There's like a bunch of day traders, and that's all they do is they trade the short time frames. They're in and out. You know, they get their 10% per day on whatever has
Depending
the
on
most volume.
your model and like we show you how you frame it, how much money you want to put into the trade. Yeah, if you're playing the 1 minute, yeah,
Yeah, that's where
you can
VWAP
do it.
becomes more important. Remember that guy talking about VWAP?
The volume weighted average profile.
Price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just another indicator. It's just basically showing you what I'm showing you. I can show you VWAP, I can show you MACD, I can show you all these other things. The fact of the matter is you don't need any indicator. All you need to know is the model that I've shown you, right?
Yeah. Dude, that thing rejected the 94 hard, man. Hard.
It's still trending.
Yeah,
So
no, it could keep going. That looked like a stop loss hunt, man, on the shorties. So like you're saying, like if that's the case, then it should
90.
be it should continue up here eventually. You know?
Well, I mean, it's Sunday night. I wouldn't be trading Sunday night.
It's Monday morning in Asia. Hey,
We're getting until that low is broken. I mean,
what
technically, it's making a higher low, right?
92? What's the low? What's the number we're looking
90.
for?
Look at this candle because sometimes the candles can fool you. Put our cursor up there; it's on the top. The high is 93, or the high is 93,871. The low is $93,009.
So basically, if it drops
So
below 93, we could be in trouble.
no, I mean it would be this candle that you're looking for, right? 92,000, right? 520.
Yeah.
So we see a break in trend there. Yeah, I can see it going down, but as of right now, still making higher lows. Right, so it does look like crap, right? I wouldn't want to trade this. Like just all this chop, and
Yeah.
it does have like a Head and Shoulders kind of vibe to it. You know, have
Super choppy.
so complex Head and Shoulders kind of pattern. But until until the market takes my money, I'm right, and that's what you should be telling yourself. Until the market takes my money, I'm right.
I mean, I definitely tell myself as far as the options go. I showed the stream my lifetime options on at least on my Robinhood account last night. Just let people know I know what I'm talking about when it comes to the options and the stocks. It's very green, and it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like Robinhood keeps track of your earnings, so to let you know, like total, like in the last 3 months, 6 months, year, where you're at, how much you've made, how much you've lost. I like that function a lot.
Your equity curve.
Yeah, yeah, it shows like it'll literally track everything for you. You can look
Yeah.
at see how much money you made this week. You know, it's very cool.
Yeah. They do that in the exchanges as well.
Yeah, but it's like
Finally
Charles
get
Charles Schwab
curve.
doesn't really do that. There's a lot of brokerages that don't do that still. I don't think they want you to know.
Interesting.
Because if you're
Yeah,
actually losing money like most traders do, most people who try to invest in the stock market, and you see that you're losing money, you're more likely to just pull your money out.
oh, that's it. And they want to keep you playing, keep you
Mhm.
playing the game.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Look at that harsh rejection. Let's see what happens on this 200.
Yeah, it's
Would
wild.
you buy that?
Yeah, I
Would
mean
you buy that?
that'd be where I'd start looking at it. Question is, Jr. cooking tonight?
No, I'm gonna be cooking.
Okay. She just did the
Right?
apps or something, the appetizer.
Yeah, we did like stuffed mushrooms and stuff. I'm gonna do like a London broil.
I thought you were eating shrimp cocktail.
Yeah, having shrimp cocktail. Stuffed mushrooms, London broil with loaded baked potatoes, bacon, sour cream, the whole thing, man. We
Nice.
don't mess around here. This
Yeah.
is like a restaurant every night.
Yeah. Very nice. What's up? Taking off? Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
look at that, going right to
I
my
didn't wear it
stop,
today.
huh?
It hurts. I got razor burn. Sorry, saying bye to say goodbye to a
Waiting.
buddy. I forgot
We're
to turn my
waiting
mic off.
because until the market takes my money, I'm right.
Dude, it's wild, man.
I want to see this pop back up. If we don't pop back up, then we know it's going to go down much further.
93.2. I'm seeing 93.2.
I'm buying another Bitcoin there. Let's gonna just double down on my. I'm risking $400 to make. Well, it's gonna take my stop. Boom. Let's. Oh, yeah, it's going. It's going to take that stop.
Dude, it's
So
insane.
yeah, that was. I mean, you're not always right.
Well, I'm actually going to be watching The Spy tomorrow morning to see, because I've been kind of using Bitcoin to trade The
There she
Spy.
goes. So yeah, we're getting a powerful move off this. So this is kind of telling me, oh yeah, some violence maybe is gonna happen.
Right
Who
here.
knows?
You should buy right now. Pow.
Then now it reverses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch how it goes, huh?
Yeah, no, it's like,
No, it's probably gonna keep. I mean, that was a powerful. Like how much they sold off pretty quick.
yeah, it seemed to get hung up. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, this is wild, man, to see this kind of price action. This is Asian markets and all of their they're screwing. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Dude, this is insane.
So yeah, it took stop losses. So I guess we should go short.
They're getting the
See what
stop losses
happens.
on both ends, dude. They're getting the shorters, they're getting the longs, and then after
This is
that,
why you don't trade on the weekends.
yeah, and then after that, they're gonna choose which direction they want it to go. I mean, it's like, if it doesn't bounce here at 93.3, a nice little quick double bottom action, it's not gonna be good.
We're risking 10K to make let's do the actual target here. He's like doing some random stuff.
Did you buy? Or you still letting?
Take out those stop losses.
Nice.
Huh?
Nice. You bought in at 92 or 93.3. Nice.
I don't like how far the stop is, but yeah, this is why you don't trade. This is why you don't trade on the weekends. But where's this flag here? Kind of a weird flag. Yeah, you should have just stayed long. No.
Yeah, 93.4. I mean,
It's just playing with people right now.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this is why you don't trade live funds.
What'd you do? You already closed the long?
No, it took my stop.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
So this is why you don't trade on the weekends, huh?
What? So I mean, right here, I would
Yeah,
probably just
yeah.
be like, you know what? I'm selling. I just made some money right before I got to go to bed. You know, going to work in the morning. I'm selling 93.5. I'm out. See ya. Good luck, y'all. Yeah, right
This
there.
is what it looks like to
93.505.
chase.
I would have been like selling. I'm out. Good luck,
What
everyone.
you're looking at right now, what I'm doing is that's what it looks like to chase price, and you're just gonna get walked on. See this? Now it's gonna come for the stop again. We'll see. I just wouldn't trade this with live money. I want you to. You guys need to trade a demo account and get wrecked that way to
I'm not trading.
understand
I'm
that.
not trading live money. I'm going. I'd buy now, and now I'll sell. I'll sell now, and now I'll buy.
It's really, it's hard to predict as to what's going on right now. You know?
Yeah. I mean, we had a head and shoulders, so it was probably a good indication that it was going to be going down. You know, a little.
I don't want to trade the first week of the month, or not the first week of the month, but just the first week of the year as well.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be near that.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Oh yes. So it seems
So
like
what are you making for dinner?
me. Whatever's in the fridge, bud. Whatever's in the fridge. We spent too much money.
Anything in the fridge?
I got some clam sauce and the angel hair and stuff. I spent too much money this weekend, man. Porterhouse on Friday, Foxwoods yesterday. We're just I'm thinking I'm just gonna just like
Foxwood?
yeah, that's where Steve Aoki was. The shrine. at
Oh
Foxwoods.
yeah, you said you went there.
Horrible.
Yeah, that's a cool venue. It's like
Horrible.
cramped.
Horrible, dude. The way they do, yeah, it just absolutely god awful. Like I feel bad if
I think that.
taking like drugs.
Oh man,
They would have been having the worst time.
it's Steve Aoki. Yeah, I mean, Steve Aoki's like too mainstream for me, in my opinion. I like his music. I like Steve Aoki. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's just not really like a show I'd go to.
Yeah, well, you don't want a cake in your face, bro.
I've been to like those. I've seen Armin van Buuren. I went to see Tiesto. I've seen Deadmau5. I've seen Dylan Francis. I saw Dylan Francis at the Shrine, and it was exactly like you described it. It was so packed. It was horrible, dude.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Come on at 9 p.m.
And I took like a couple tabs and everything. So I was not having I was having a good time at first.
Yeah.
But then it was like, this is just, the bass is just shaking me, which is cool. But I couldn't sit down. Like what the, you know?
So did he come on at 9 p.m. or did you have to wait for hours for him to come on?
Oh, I had to wait because they had this like normal ass dude up there like DJing.
Yeah.
Like I came here to see Dylan Francis. What is this?
I don't know why they do that,
No,
dude.
dude, like he's spinning. Yeah, they do that a lot.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
2-drink minimum, cover charge, and you got to pay for the ticket to see the artist.
$20 drinks.
Yeah.
If you want like a Bud Light, it's like what, $15?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I'm not one for really like buying drinks at really any place. It's like
Me neither.
it makes no sense to me. Okay, you're gonna make me like I'll get one drink with dinner if I see something that catches my fancy, like a signature cocktail. But dude, you're paying so much money for someone to make the drink like the same things, typically the same thing you would make at home usually. It's like
it's not even as good.
Just drink in the parking lot. I'll always be like that. I don't
Dude,
care how much money.
Honestly, like that's why I just put like a couple nips in my pocket when I go to do that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I went to the Renaissance
like
Fair in a kilt,
nippers.
and I wore a pair of shorts with pockets under the kilt, and I was able to hide like 2 pints in there.
That's funny.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's too much. Like I drink a pint, I'm done.
Really?
That's it.
Half of the 750, 375.
Yeah, if I drink a pint, that'd just mess me up.
Damn. Yeah. And if I drink a
I don't drink
750, it
that
won't
much
mess me up.
anymore.
Huh?
I don't drink that much anymore. I
Yeah.
drink like a few beers, but I can't drink hard liquor like I used to, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm stopping January 1st. I know it sounds cliche, but New Year's Eve, when we do our New Year's Eve live stream, I'm gonna be white girl wasted, and then I'm stopping for a
Oh,
few
he's
months.
gonna get wasted.
Yeah, there might be a little slurring of my words. Hey, Corey. Fuck. Yeah.
Pull like a Don Lemon,
Yeah.
CNN guy.
Dude, his name would sound like some kind of alcohol. Don Lemon, if you pronounce it like that. Don Lemon.
Don Lemon.
For the good days
The
and
most
the bad days. Huh?
Yeah. There you go. The finest of the purest. What? Yeah.
Oh, good times, man. Yeah,
So
so you're just saying stay out of the markets in general, the cryptocurrency markets in general right now?
unless you're trying to do DCA, which like I'm like today I DCA'd more into Hex, Pulse, PulseX, like the whole network, the Pulse die, right? I threw like $500 in there, took all my earnings from Morph AI, just threw it into the Pulse network because I see, at least some pumpage,
What
not like crazy. I mean, we'll see,
what
right?
was that one? Pulse
I see
DAO? Pulse DAO, Pulse Die, the
Pulse
governance one.
die, yeah, P die, like it's like the stable coin for the network, and
Oh,
it's
okay.
like fractions of a penny right now.
Which one was the
I
governance
think.
token? Because there's a governance token for that one.
I don't. I'm not. I mean, that would be a question for the chat. We got the
Yeah.
chat up.
I mean, I'll find it
Yeah.
out. We'll find it out before the next stream. But I think as far as the Hex network and the Pulse network all goes, Hex, Pulse, whatever, I think that governance token's going to be like the big winner this time around on Hex. Like I think they're all going to go up, but I think that governance one, whew.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential, right, in the Pulse network. I see it. Like, it's starting to gain more traction. The fact that we're talking about it makes it more popular. There's some gatekeeping behind it. I mean, I don't like going into the news because it's purely speculative, right? Talking about like Richard Hart and everything he's doing, and not to say that anything's wrong with it. Like, dude's great. Everything he's doing is great. Awesome stuff, and the stuff that he's posting and the stuff that he's saying to the community. I take that stuff with a grain of salt because I've been tricked too many times. I don't give any validity to any of it, right? Until I actually see actually things manifest themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there are those pieces of information, right? Richard Hart saying he's going to peg die. So do I believe it? No, really, I don't, because I've been fed a lot of crap in the past. So until I see it, now do I have like a couple $1,000s in it? Yeah, right. Because if it does go, it is what it is, right? It'd be cool, but I'm not banking on it. All right, I don't care. It's kind of more of a gamble at that point, but I know it's a gamble, right? That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
I mean, I have that play for next week. I don't know if I mentioned it Friday or not, man. My plays for next week. But I'm gonna
What's that?
I'm gonna rapid fire them off, and we because we're probably coming up to the end of our live stream anyways. We're going on
Yeah, I gotta make some dinner.
yeah.
But
So pay attention. Here it is, because we're not bringing up any charts. We're not showing you the tickers on screen. It is
yeah, we're gonna show
Zomedica,
you our
Cheetah Net
beautiful
Supply,
face, just you and me.
Zomedica, Cheetah Net Supply, Alarity Therapeutics, and Chi Chi Group. That's all
You
you're,
gotta be quick.
that's all you're getting.
That's it. We talked about those on a couple of
Oh,
them on stream.
We've
So
talked about all of them
go
in the
back
past
in the videos.
weeks.
Yeah, go back in the videos. You want to see us? Like we already talked about it. So
Yep. Yeah. I just need one. I just need one to hit for like a big old runner. Just, take off. And like I'm good for the week. So I think I told you my threshold for quitting my job is going to be 2 months straight of making more per week than I do at work per week, or 1 month straight of making more than I do at work every day. So if I can do every single day for a month straight, I'm out. But 2 months of every week, an bigger average time frame. So fingers crossed.
all I have to say is because when I did the whole like full-time trading thing, it's not as consistent. So yeah, you might be consistent for 1 month, but there is a whole month if you don't protect yourself that you can just get walked on. So trading is not as consistent, and having that, like, even if it's part-time, right? Even if you're not going full-time, you're just kind of doing like I do. Like I'm a private contractor. I worked as a machinist. And I come into work when I want to, right? I'll tell them when I come into work, really. And that's more, it's more reliable because I know I get the money. And when you set those terms, right, you have more, like, your boss respects you in a little bit because, like, with my skill set, he can't replace me. He knows, like, he has to work with me, right? So there's like this mutual respect. It's not like that's why I wouldn't take a job at a fast food restaurant. Like, there needs to be some level of mutual respect, you know? So when I have that steady income, there's less stress to like perform in the markets, less stress to like watch so much, less stress that where I'm not worried about, oh, my stop loss is gonna get hit. Oh no, like I start putting too much pressure on myself if I was trying for at least my stage. And that's why I found I'm gonna get there, right? But for right now, I want to tell everybody the truth and honest part about it. If I have a stable job, like something I enjoy, where I'm not getting put down or anything, and the people I work with respect me, and I can come when I want, I can leave when I want, and no one gives me crap about anything. That's the kind of job you want to look for, right? And if you have something like that, it's gonna make you more. You're gonna have a lot more mental capital. That's all I gotta say about it. You want to have mental capital. It's hard to um, care less when you have so much pressure on yourself. That's why I found.
Amen, brother.
And you gotta be able to care less to win in this game,
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I have certain
So
things I want to pursue. So full-time trading would, give me that opportunity to pursue a few dreams. And if they don't work out, they don't work out.
yeah, I think more in this stage of our financial journey, it's that we need to. It's not really realistic unless you have a shit ton of money. But even then, like, I don't trust myself with that, and I gotta
Well,
refine my skills a little bit more.
my threshold is pretty crazy, dude. To make more than I make at work every single day for a month would be a crazy achievement. It's not something that's going to happen in January. You know what I mean?
So, I mean, you should just have something like with your boss. Be like, hey, look, I'm gonna just be working part time. That's
Yeah,
how it
that won't
is.
work. They'll just fire me.
Come out west, dude. It's nice.
Yeah, they need
Yeah,
there's so much, we have so many projects going right now, and like they just started branching out into framing and a bunch of different like carpentry stuff they didn't really do before because of me. Not to mention I started the insulation branch at the company. Like I started the insulation crew, so we insulate every addict that comes through the sales books. You know.
Just start your own LLC, dude. That's what I would do. I mean, with the skill set that you have,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, but that's gonna be another thing, man. Like that would probably be even like that. It's gonna, that's not gonna be consistent either. That's gonna be something where you really,
Yeah.
you know. Plus, that'll make me
It is.
persona non gratis over there, man. They would just, I'll never be able to go back to work there after that.
Screw them.
Yeah, if I leave to go
Right.
try the day trading thing and it doesn't work and I have to go back, you know what I mean? At least that instance, like I probably give them my 2 weeks notice and I was, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough choice.
Yeah.
You could just sell everything and move out west.
Yeah, no, I'm you know me, man. I'm looking at it. You know me.
You want to stick close to family?
No, I'm looking at going out west. I mean, I can always come back here in the summertime when it's nice out.
Right. It's beautiful.
Winter
it's beautiful in the
sucks in New
summertime. But winter, horrible, man. I was outside in a t-shirt today on the patio. It's nice.
Since I started
62 degrees.
Since I started shaving my head, man, winter, bad.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, it's not great.
We were skydiving yesterday. It was a beautiful day. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's wild. That must have been sick.
You got to come out west.
Yeah, no, you know me, man. I'm gonna be there in February at least. So who knows? Maybe by the time.
If you come out here, I'm gonna tell you on stream. Let everybody know, and we'll put it on stream too. I'm gonna pay for your tandem skydive. You're gonna jump out of a plane.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be bringing my gear, man. I'm actually putting together a whole carry-on that I can bring like all of my important tech stuff with me, so the laptop, the camera. I'm going to check my clothes, so I might not have clothes if they lose my bag, but screw
it. So yeah, if you want to see Money Mike jump out of an airplane, I want you to comment in the comment section below. Hit the like button. You gotta subscribe. All right, we're gonna put a crazy video out. Right,
well,
get more people. Right.
I could always go as Barry.
You're gonna wear you gotta bear the Barry Stillwater on the, just like blows off.
I'm gonna super glue it on.
Yeah, I guess it's not coming off.
Oh man, that would be.
But yeah, we're gonna get Money Mike on the skydive. That's what's gonna happen. So you guys gotta stay tuned in.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good.
It'd be a good. Have you ever jumped before?
No. Nope.
No, that'd be awesome. We get you on the first one.
My grandma skydived as an elderly woman, man, for the first time. But
dude, that's awesome, right? So come on, you can do it.
Oh yeah.
You can.
I'll lose some weight before then just to give myself the best possible chance. Cause even now with work,
of what?
I'm still 225, dude.
It's so safe. I mean, yeah, obviously it's super scary, but like the technology is like over 100 years of like refinement. They've figured this stuff out. So
yeah, I don't see
it's super safe.
I don't see a lot of like any kind of news articles of someone going woo. But
it's so rare, and the fact if it does happen, it's usually because there's like people are not doing their jobs at the DZ, and those people don't stick around too long.
No, the guy who had the heart attack, it was actually here in Connecticut too. The guy who had the heart attack at Ellington. After that, they started doing the altimeter emergency thing.
Really? So yeah, it makes me wonder why he didn't have an AAD on.
This is back in the. When did they start like using those widespread?
That's a good question. I have to look that up
because I think that was back in the 90s. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, it's probably not a requirement at that point, but even some DZs, they don't require an AAD, but I like the ones that do.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I want that in my rig for sure. Like I don't. There's no reason to not have it.
Dude, the girl that was strapped to the instructor survived.
That's crazy.
She couldn't
I think I heard something about that.
she couldn't reach the pull chute, but I think she flipped them over. So he hit first and she was on top of him.
It doesn't. It's hard to. I don't know if that would be possible because when a tandem jumps out, they have what's called a drogue chute. So it's a small parachute. So as soon as you jump out of the plane, they throw the drogue chute, so it stabilizes you. So it's a small parachute that's going to be trailing you because you're so heavy, you know, and it's easy to roll over. So the fact that I don't know if it'd be possible for her to push and roll over the instructor to get on his back. That's what's crazy about that
That's what
to
I
me
just
because the drogue
that's
would
what I
be out.
assume she did to survive. Because like if she got sandwiched into the ground with him on her back, like
Right? That is just why I don't know. I don't know what the details are, but
I mean, if it
unless
was,
he had a, it's weird. It's hard to say.
I'll look it
That's
up.
like a freak accident.
I'll look up the article for next time. We'll talk
Yeah,
about it.
it's a freak accident.
Yeah, yeah, it was wild, dude. I remember hearing about it. It was in the news here, but yeah. So
So yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, there's rock climbing deaths too. So you can't really listen to the news on this stuff. You got to live your life, man.
oh yeah, live your life.
So it's a good place to leave it off, right? We did a good job here. We could put a couple hours in there,
Oh yeah,
right?
oh yeah, killing it,
So
killing it. We only
till
missed
next
one
time,
day.
I think we can be back tomorrow.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah, we're always back.
yeah, I got some things to do. This week's gonna be a crazy week, man. But I'm gonna make sure. So it might be just 45 minutes to an hour, but I'll be here. I can set
Yeah,
the
and I'll
times
be
to
here too. So make sure you guys like, subscribe the video, right? Comment in the section down below, right? I want to see Mike jump from the airplane.
that.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, I've been checking the
Right.
comments. So anytime something comes through where someone's talking about asking us to cover something, I'll let you know. But at this point in time, all of our comments have been people giving us seed phrases or backup phrases for their wallets, scams. Because
Yeah, you don't do that, and they're gonna just take your money.
yeah, I mean not all of those.
Yeah, that's how they do.
How does that work? Let's just end this with this.
I'm not too sure, but I think they basically get your keys.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense.
But yeah, don't even if you see like those NFT airdrops. Don't click on those either. Like you can get I've heard stories in my trading group of people getting their wallets drained because they clicked on like they wanted to accept like an NFT or something like that.
Ooh.
If it seems too good to be true, folks, like I had even in my wallet, I had some airdropped like it was called the cat or something, and it was like I think it was like $40 at one point.
Speaking of the
I didn't
cat,
even touch it. I didn't touch it.
can
Yeah,
you
right.
with a cat let you pick him up? Him? Kitty, kitty.
Yeah. But when you see that stuff like appear in your wallet, don't touch it. I'm telling you right now, don't touch it because you touch it, you're gonna next thing you know, your wallet's gonna be drained.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, like and to the scammers out there, you think you're gonna scam me? Like you can think you're gonna scam our audience? I got news for you. You're dealing with somebody who is on another level, right? We don't mess around here, and we're gonna figure out who you guys are. You're gonna be hurting our audience. You're gonna have a price to pay. That's what I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah. Look
So
behind me. I'm in a jungle. I'll track you down. I'll find you.
that That's it. We're in the studio. So,
Yeah. You know.
all right, guys. I think it's a good place to leave off. I got to make dinner. But till next time,
Have a good
peace
night.
out.